Well, hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 2 of Project Highrise, and I'm ImperialJedi. Thanks for making your way back on over. So we basically had just gotten ourselves actually a pretty good start in the first episode. We're just picking right up off where we left off. So a few open offices, but we're going to quickly fill those, and I think we're going to add another floor to the building, maybe a second one as well. And we can start moving some, or putting some elevators. And then I'd like to go a bit wider and put in some of our retail space and bigger restaurants and that kind of stuff. So onward and upward, let's do it. Okay, so might as well fill these first. And I'm going to spend the money to get that. It's just for electricity. Let's put in some more electrical lines. Great. I'm not going to bother with the phones on this side because we have a lot of demand for non-phone. Actually, you know what? I take that back. So we just paid that listing. So why don't we do these two with phones? Great. And you will eventually get to a point, and they'll kind of let you know, you'll see like a little unhappy face or whatever, when we have too many offices and like these individual services can't keep up with them. So you may have to kind of double up on these eventually, but for the moment, plenty of room to grow. Don't worry about putting too many of these down, because they are very expensive. Okay. Over here. Try to trick me, not doing that. That goes right here. 115. Oops. Too much clicking. There we go, 125. Perfect. Okay, so another floor, please. Cool. And I don't think we have enough money to go up 2 floors. So we'll just keep it like that. Oh, great. Now we do. So let's do a 2-floor expansion right now. Let's really start getting some money rolling. Can we take out some more contracts? I think we can. And then if we can get our rent up, this is even more money, right? And it's even more money if we get our rent up. So let's do that as well, right? Okay, so same idea. We don't have to put in a set of stairs right there, so we're fine with just that. We'll put in our closets. Same old song and dance, electricity for all. And then phones. And then I think we're at that magic point where we need to spend the money to put in another one of these, but oh, that's very expensive. Gosh, now unfortunately, we're gonna be, this is so inefficient. It's the upkeep cost. That's what's going to get you. So how are we doing for numbers here? Okay, so we can fit in 6 more. I'd rather just wait it out one more day than having to demolish and then waste that extra money. We just won't be able to fill all of these offices up, which is, I mean, really not the end of the world, right? Okay. And then I think once we get these 2 rows filled in with people, we're going to unlock this. We should unlock that as well. That'll give us a good financial base to start moving into some bigger offices and restaurants. They're going to need some more services and stuff. So we're going to be taking on a much higher daily cost. So even though we're killing it right now, almost $2,000 a day, that's not really going to be not really the best. See, these people are complaining about there being no elevator. That's something we got to put in now. So you got to start with the main floor, and then you can kind of go up and down. Oh, can't afford it. Now we click over on our building staff. We're still in our infrastructure tab, and we got to put in a maintenance office. And these guys are going to automatically fix the elevators, and then you'll visually see a little bit of wear and tear and some rundown on the offices and restaurants, all your tenants basically. And then when you click on your maintenance office, you'll see which ones need to be renovated. In the beginning, you can't, like it's not automatic, so you're going to have to keep an eye on this at the end of each day. And people will move out if their unit gets all like run down and stuff. Eventually you can upgrade to an automatic one. Just in the beginning, you got to kind of micromanage a little bit more, which is not the end of the world. Okay, remember my whole thing. We want to get at least one rent payer in, so let's try and get someone in here. Okay, so we can drop those guys in, so that's at least one, so I'm satisfied with that. So, I mean, 1790 still not bad. Not as much as the day before, so let's fix that by getting some more peoples. Oh, and you know what I totally forgot to do was we were supposed to save our money so that we can put in the next utility. I guess that's one day ahead from now. But we may unlock this in the interim. I think we will, actually. So all we need is just the population to go up, right? And then we can put in the new lines. And then we can, yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's just pause it for a split second here. Let's just look at the cost associated with this. 1750, perfect. So we're gonna bulldoze these two. And we'll just drop this in. Got lots of space in the basement, so you don't have to worry too much about spacing and whatnot, right? But I'll put that over there so we can fit one more next to it type deal. And you can see 17 out of 50 and 33 out of 50, so plenty of room for growth. And we'll check on these. We know electrical's wired up. Phones we know are wired up. That's fantastic. Great. Okay, so let's just start filling some of these offices. We do have, like I said, the option for this yet. I'm not going to put these just in for the moment. You can kind of see our spacing will get all messed up. So we're going to build outward with the correct spacing, just so we can kind of keep some symmetry. And also, these guys, they're pretty easy to keep happy, so it's always good to have a really good base of just tiny offices. Because all of these, they add up and they make us a lot of money. And also, too, I mean, you want to get the best bang for your buck for your services. I'm not saying you want to stretch them, but you want to just get them, you know, efficiently used. Okay, so we'll pay for that. These are just needing electrical lines. At this point, it's a little bit ineffective, or inefficient, sorry, just to put in the ones that aren't the highest rent payers. So I don't mind spending that extra money here and there to get these in. So we'll put that down, put this down. Please pay this right again. Because I mean, it really is money well spent. And I think we're going to do that twice more. Otherwise, I mean, things are looking pretty good in here. People are pretty happy. We've already unlocked, like I said, some of our bigger buildings. We should have the money now for a couple more elevator shafts. Great. Make people happy going up to this floor. Okay. Yeah, we're going places. I don't think we can take out any more contracts. Oh, we can. Oh, all right. So increase our population. We've got to double it. That's going to be a little challenging to do. Luckily, the bigger offices have more people in them, but oh boy. This is going to be challenging. Okay, so we did get some upfront money for that, so let's spend it. And we want just one more floor for the elevators. Put that in right now. Drop that in. Alright, cool. We can start a media campaign. I'm going to let this kind of bank and save up. If we wanted to right now, we can just kind of... This one's actually a fun one. So everyone coming in tomorrow is going to be really happy. Your media campaigns just last one day. And then some of the more helpful ones are like, it'll be like phone line costs are like cut in half. So if you want to do like all your phone lines that day, that's a good day to do it type thing. Sometimes I forget that those are there. Not the end of the world, but... Okay, great. Oh, we are out of money. Okay. So yeah, next day we're going to start putting in some more... Oh, even better. So let's just finish off this part, and let's go a little bit wider now. And we'll keep this open for the inevitable, you know, push for some more services. Okay, so creative office. The 190 and the 195. Oh, there were two 195s. Darn it, $5 you missed out on. That's okay. We'll get them right over here. We can accommodate you. Alright, double checking that. 24 out of 50 and 40 out of 50. My oh my, lots of power. So you can kind of see that at this point it wouldn't make sense to add another unit that only gives us 10 more power, because that's like basically one floor, right? So we're going to have to buy another one of these big boxes. We may spread the cost out and do it tomorrow, though. Okay, so let's just double check the size of these guys here. These are medium offices. So we're going to have these on this floor and up. And what's super convenient is the restaurants is a little bit smaller, but they need a garbage bin. So the garbage bin plus the restaurant is the same size as the medium offices. So that's super convenient. And so you can try and count it out. You can visually see for yourself if that's enough. So what we're going for is the length of this. So you can see we're missing 2 squares, it looks like, so no problem. And of course, you can always delete whatever you don't need. Perfect, so let's put these in. And then for us to be able to put in these bigger offices, we're going to have to get some shops and stuff in too. So we're going to have shops that are going to be 2 by 2, so 4 right here, a set of stairs, and then another 2, so like 6 to 8 shops total right here. And we can go pretty wide, so don't let this. That's why we did a wide lot, right? But yeah, it's kind of nice to plan this kind of stuff right now. So we're going to build all this at the same time. So we're going to be aware of how much space we need is a good way to kind of put it. Okay, so let's look at our shops here. These ones are kind of a weird number. I think it's 7 units we have to go out. Okay, let's double check that. Yep, perfect. And then we're going to need storerooms below. And the storerooms can only hold, is it 4, up to 4 stores at a time. So I think we're going to need 2 storerooms downstairs. And then we're going to go out by 4. And that's going to be for our staircase. And the stairs over here aren't going to go the whole way up. They're just going to go and serve our little shopping thing here. And it looks kind of cool, I think. And then you'll see some people from the offices that are going to use the stairs and this and that too. Okay, so we're going to need for sure, like I said, some more power before this all gets done. We can add some more floor pieces. And then you can always be a little bit creative on top. And then eventually when we upgrade and unlock it, we're going to be able to put some art in these open spots. Okay, so for the moment, it's just like I said, 2 floors of shops right here. And then we're going to have the way up, and then we'll have some business services and stuff, so maybe you can use the stairs too, but this will be pretty cool when it's all said and done. Okay, so retail space. Oh, but you know what? We didn't leave enough. I wanted to put 2. Well, that's okay. Slight change in the plan. So we'll put another 2 on this side, but I wanted to have the stairs elsewhere. But that's totally okay. So that means that just to start, let's just do 1 storeroom, and let's just do 4 stores. We'll kind of scale that back a little bit so we don't have too much issues with competition and that kind of stuff. And then again, remember, on the left side of your building, that's kind of where everyone comes and goes from. So you want stores and restaurants and that kind of stuff to be on the left, and you want your quieter, higher paying rent offices on the right and like higher up. Those that don't really need high traffic. Okay, so let's go down to our storerooms over here on our building tab. Put one of these in. Perfect. They got 4 bays, so we can always put the next one right next to it eventually, but don't need that just yet. And then we can afford it, so let's put it in. We're going to wait for after the 24 hours, though, but we're going to put in 1 more of these. And then I think we're going to have to put down a water. Most likely the restaurant we're going to place is going to need it. It depends, though. And at that point, that's when we should probably put in another cafe, too. So we can always go out by 4 and just have a row of, like, skinny things or something. So 44 out of 100, great. 20 out of 50, fantastic. Lots of room here now, so let's get this filled up. Okay, so a restaurant will go right here. We can put the garbages right next to it. We could even do 2 restaurants, but I don't see why not. Have a breakfast one and a dinner one. Okay, so let's put the garbages. You need those on each floor. So we want trash bins. Again, daily cost. And we want a collection room, which goes downstairs. Put that down here. When we expand outward, the next storeroom can kind of go there. That's no problem. Okie dokie. So let's look at requirements now for some of our restaurants. So let's put the pizza place on the 2nd floor. So pizza places, they pay a lot of rent. So yeah, they want water, which is expected. And about time we put one in. So let's put down a small one. Don't really need a big one here. And it's only the 1st floor, so we just need 1 utility closet in. And we'll just go right across to... Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to need one for that restaurant as well. So you can see how expensive this is to bring the water across. Okay, great. So these 2. And then sometimes they need a phone line. I don't remember if this one needed it or not, too. Just water and... Okay, perfect. So we'll drop this in. And now it's supposed to go on the second floor. That's okay, though, at this point. I think it's okay. And then we can make this one here for breakfast. You can see breakfast and lunch it serves, right? And so 250, that'll be good. And then let's drop in a store. And we don't want to have two of the same type. We want some variety. So put in a drugstore. Those pay a lot. They need a phone line. So before we put that down, let's drop the phone line in. Oh, and I think we forgot to put, of course, this might come in handy. See right here, we'll get a little pop-up, right? And see that? So if we did not put in those power lines in a little prompt, you know, in a prompt manner, they would leave, and that would be a big waste of money. Okay, so our daily income, killing it. Sign of the devil right there. Let's put our phone lines across. A little bit more money now, so we can kind of invest in this kind of infrastructure. We know we're going to need this. This is the kind of thing where you could spend the money on the ad campaign. Like I'm a little bit lazy, so I don't really bother too often with that. But if you're trying to save a buck or two right here. Okay, so drugstore. Let's put that in because they're the best paying ones. And they want high traffic, no problem. Okay, next let's put in a book and magazine. They pay a lot as well. These guys just need electrical. That's no problem. Got that. And a couple more stores over here, just so we can fill up the stock room. And so let's put in a flower shop here, because who does not like getting flowers at the end of the day? Drop that down. And then let's put in a wine and spirit store too. 220. Get a bottle of wine to go along with those flowers. Perfect. Okay, so now let's drop in some of our bigger businesses here. So you can see in terms of spacing, that is awesome. And then we can put our wider, I think we can fit those over here. Because we move into bigger, like IT and stuff, we're going to need, right? Those, yeah, not going to fit. Those are the same, almost the same size as this. Which would be the size of, I wonder what those could be. So let's make a separate little thing over here. That's going to be this wide for our wider, larger business services. And it is a little bit far away, but I mean, it's not that far to walk, right? Realistically. So we want to go outward. And I don't remember how far we have to go with that, so let's just double check this. And it was computer and IT. Okay, looks like we're off by 1. No problem. And then earlier we were talking about wanting to put in either elevators or stairs or both on this side. So now we can totally put those in. So stairs, elevator. And it's 4 for the stairs, 3 for the elevator. I'm gonna have the elevator on the outside. Stairs next to it, and we are out of money. Perfect timing for that to come in. Okay. So as far as wider services go, most of the time you need commercial printing and computer and IT. So we'll start by putting that one in for sure. And we'll just double check in terms of the needs. So these guys want more restaurants that serve dinner, which is totally doable. What I might end up doing is putting another dinner one maybe a few floors up, or we can always go a little bit wider. But it's just nice to have a dinner one kind of like a destination. So you come in, go a little bit higher up, and we eventually get people higher in the building. It's not too, you know, not too crazy of a stretch of an idea to have them kind of come downstairs to the, you know, sky deck or whatever and have some lunch, that kind of stuff, right? Or dinner, I should say. Okay, well, what we probably are going to do, just for the sake of simplicity, because no one's living there yet, is we're going to take that out and we're going to have another row of offices, or of restaurants, sorry, and we're going to put in 2 more sets of shops, and we'll put down another a thing of a storeroom as well. Okay, so we'll put our restaurant here with our garbage cans, and we'll put in the wider offices up here. Great. And then those, unfortunately, won't fit over there, which is not the end of the world at all. And then we did want to go a bit higher up by 2 with this. Great, some stairs over here. And some trash. Excellent. Okay, so let's put in another dinner restaurant. See if any of these serve dinner. I think these are just lunch. No problem. Any of these serve dinner? It might just be the pizza place, but it doesn't really make much sense to me to do two pizza places right next to one another, right? There we go. Lunch and dinner, fast food, perfect. Taco Star, even better. So they need a water pipe hookup, so I'm going to pause it for a split second. And then, remember I was saying earlier about the maintenance? You can kind of see how these are looking a little grimy. So we got the money right now. Let's go ahead and do it. $1,300. It is money very well spent. Otherwise, these people will move out. So over here, it looks like we need a phone line connection too. Forgot all about that. Darn it. There we go. Now we're on top of it. We're going to need that to go across. Not putting that in just yet. Well, we might as well. We're going to have to put in our catering and all that stuff too. So you can kind of see, like, the costs, they add up, even though we're making a lot. And again, kind of sticking what we were, you know, our little rule. We do want to keep on adding at least hopefully one taxpayer per day in here, right? Or rent payer. Okay, so the speed can go back on. We're going to actually pause that, sorry, because it was a utility clause we wanted to put in. And I don't know if we actually have enough money to stretch the water pipes across. And if we do, ooh, just barely made that one. Ooh, close call there. Okay. And then we'll double check everything down here. So demand for that is fantastic. Still on top of this, and well on top of that too, so that's great. Electricity, that is something we might maybe need over here. Perfect. Alright guys, well I think we're going to end things off here. We're expanding rather nicely. Daily budget is doing quite well. And I think we have one more contract we can take out, become more profitable. Fantastic. So yeah, we'll just pick up in episode 3 exactly where we're leaving off right now. You can see our maintenance workers hard at work. We're storing our offices. No one's really complaining. A good budget. Lots of yeah, it's lots of good things happening. And I'm really liking the look of this. And it's kind of fun to see some, you know, different style buildings kind of coming in over on this side. All right, guys. So yeah, thanks for sticking with it. Appreciate you hanging out with me. This has been episode 2. I'm Imperial Jedi, and yeah, if you like it, definitely hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll be putting out quite a few more of these episodes. So if you enjoy them, kind of, you know, get ready for the long haul. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Happy building in your own towers. And yeah, look forward to reading the comments. All right, all the best.